I am going to remove this window unit and replace it with a new one. This window unit came with the house. As you can see, there is all sorts of caulking and interesting woodwork. We got windows bolted in. Yep. I have absolutely no clue how I'm going to do this, but we're just going to start by taking these screws out so I can open the window. See what goes from there. All right, we are making some headway. Taking the two screws out, and I pretty much figured out that this board is being held here solely through all of the caulk. So I did a little tap to loosen it up here, and over here I'm just finding areas and kind of like tapping that in there and breaking it up a little bit. So hopefully we should get this one out soon. All right, we've done something. There's the outside. So kind of just still trying to break it open a little bit. Looks like there's a lip on the other side here. So I'm gonna have to loosen this up. And I'll probably do that by getting up in here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I know it's not the best on my window ledge, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, and this is all I've got to work with. All right, there you have it. I got it out. Yeah, the ledge suffered a little damage. It's all right. I'm not gonna cry about it. Did have to call a neighbor over so that it didn't come crashing out, but otherwise I did everything. And all with the use of hammer and that, and oh yeah, good old butter knife. So time to put the new one in. All right, this is what I'm putting in there. I have installed one of these before, actually two of them, so installation will be a breeze, and I have done it myself. I'll try and show step by step, but it's pretty self-explanatory if you read the instructions. All right, this is what comes inside. This accordion thing is going to go on either side of the air conditioning unit so that you don't just have an open window, and that'll lock it in. You'll use this to create a barrier, again, to prevent air from seeping out. That's all your screws. This serves the same purpose as this. The instructions just tell you to put them in different places, so I'll show that. And then this goes on top of the air conditioning unit, and the top of the window will go here, so it creates a lip to prevent the window from sliding out, or window unit from sliding out. And that's the unit. These are the lovely instructions that you should read, because instructions do tell you how to install. Okay, so this is everything I'm supposed to have, which I do. Got my type A and type B screws. I have an AHM 05 model, so I'm gonna follow everything that says that. So I'm gonna need 3 type A screws, and here we go. So the first step, I'm going to be installing the mounting rail with 3 screws. So I'm going to take this and I'll be installing it here. Okay. Now you do want the lip you want the taller part to be facing inside the house, because the window will come down behind the lip, and your unit tilts outside, so that's why you want the taller part so that it leans against the window and your unit doesn't fall out. All right, the next step is to apply the weather seal, and you'll just cut it to a size. This is the weather seal. You can see I got a little lip thing on. Okay, so I'm going to measure this across the bottom, and I'm going to use this, not down here, because this is what the window unit will rest on. And then I'll do the sides here, and then up above here, underneath this, because that's what's going to rest on it too. So what I'm going to do right now actually is lift this up onto the window to see just where it rests, and then I will lay this underneath the areas where it's going to rest. Okay, here's a rough look of how it will look in the window. Again, I've just set it up so I know where to put my weather stripping. Previous owners, apparently it looks like this, they cut into the window ledge. It should not be like this. So as you can see, it's creating some weirdness. I tried putting this piece in here, but what ends up happening is that this gaps far away and you can literally see the outside coming through, and that's not okay. So it's more important to me that the complete bottom of the window flushes with the window unit so that I can avoid as much air creeping in. This so much isn't as big of a deal that it's like this, other than aesthetics. I'll put the weather stripping down in here. What you didn't see was that you can kind of see it a little bit right there. There's bottom wall mounts, so you want to make sure that they are behind the lip of the windowsill. That allows this to sit pretty flush. So I'm going to center it more when I for real put it in, but this just gives you an idea of what it will look like, and this is helping me determine where to put my weather stripping. Okay, I put weather stripping on the bottom and underneath. I didn't put it on the sides yet because I don't need to do that, or don't feel like doing that until I actually have the window unit in and I can line it up properly. But the next step is to put these side panels in. So I'm going to grab, oh, here it is. I'm going to grab a side panel. Now this side, the thick plastic, is going to go in here, and this is the piece that's going to slide in. So I'm going to see if I can do it holding the camera, but you can see right there that little T shape. That's what you're going to put into this hole. Sorry for the blurriness. This is just a phone camera. All right, so one in, I'll do the other one, and then I'll get it in the window. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show footage of me doing this, but after I slid this on, then you want to put, I don't remember what they call this, the railing. There is a left and a right, so you'll know because this piece here needs to be at the top, and it needs to be facing closer to the front of the window unit. So you can see this one is at the top, but it's going to be on the other side, right? If I do it like this, now it's upside down. So you can tell which is which. Once you slide this in, you can see here there's something to slide it into. The bottom plastic's going to go into the bottom mounting rail. You can see it doesn't go all the way across. There's just two pieces. So this is going to go into that, and then this slides in here like that. And then this plastic piece, the big plastic piece I showed earlier, you're going to want to snap it in and you'll hear the snap. So that's what I'm going to try and show you on the other side. But just in case I don't, then this is, I'm showing you the final product. Okay, so trying to show you guys. I just slid this on because it was falling otherwise. So now I'm going to put this in the top rail. I'm going to match this into the hole in the bottom rail. So there. Now it's in, holding itself. And then this plastic piece, I need to snap it in. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. You heard that snap? There we go. Okay. Yep, I got it. Woohoo! So hopefully that helped you see how to do that. Whew. Okay, I got it in, and update. I ended up putting this piece actually right behind instead of what I said earlier. I was going to put this up over here because I forgot that this will end up laying flush with these wings, so when that comes out it will all actually seal up everything. As you can see, I knew this was going to happen, so I actually cut it into pieces anticipating. So I took off the piece of weather stripping that I put here, and I actually moved it up here just to create a little bit more of a barrier. And I did the same thing on this side because, as you can see, it's pointless to put it here. So now these will come out like this. There's more to the steps. I'm going to be screwing that in, and but I'm basically done. So I'll show you the final product when I'm done. Okay, so as you can see, I've been working. I've got this first window piece in. I wanted to show you a trick for those of you who don't have tools like me. I needed to put this screw straight into the wood. So what I did was I stretched this out. You take a nail that's just a little smaller than your screw. So the way you can tell is you want the nail to basically fit in that, like if you took the screw parts of the screw off, so you want the little edges to poke out. I'll show you what I mean. So you put the screw behind, and you can kind of see how the edges poke out on either side. I hope you can see that, but they poke out on either side. So it basically is the same size as the body, but not bigger than the edges. Then you hammer in where you want the hole, and that gives you a way to start your screw. And I'm literally creating my holes with this good old-fashioned hand power. If you have a drill, God bless you. I don't, but I'm just letting you know you can do this without one. And I did that here, and I'm doing that here. And then I'm going to put the next part of it is you put brackets in right here and on the other side, and then you're done. Okay, here's the final bit. So what I did was install the side brackets. Yes, I do need to put another screw here, but look, y'all, it's late. I'm tired, and I have work in the morning. So I put one screw in. Same thing. I didn't even have to hammer a nail in to create a hole. I was able to just screw it right on in. This is foam, a foam backing that you can put in for extra insulation. It has an adhesive back, but as you can see, I didn't even put that on. I just stuck it in there in case I feel like taking it down later. But you cut it to size. So here was some leftover that I cut off. Really make what you want of it. I know it's not perfect. I know my little window suffered, but moment of truth. Oh yes, it comes with a remote. Voila. Yeah, you see, I don't know if you can't really see that there, but that says 86 degrees, and that is how warm it is in this room, which is why we needed this AC unit. So very much looking forward to the cool air. Have a good one.